What is up, guys? This is Jay, and we're playing Mobile Legends. Alright guys, so these are the items that I mainly use on Fanny. The Bloodlust is the most important item for Fanny, and I recommend buying that after the boots. Now depending on who you're fighting against, you may have to adjust which boot to wear. For the emblems, I recommend the Fighter's emblem, and more specifically the one right here, as it will give Spellvamp for Fanny in the early games. Not only that, but the Spellvamp will be added on top of the Bloodlust item, increasing the lifesteal for Fanny in the late games. Now the blue buff is super important. Fanny cannot fight without it, so getting it should be your first priority. Have a teammate to help you farm or hide in the bush in case the enemy tries to invade, so you won't be helpless and your teammate can stall them for some time. Also, I do not recommend using the Retribution right when the jungle monster comes out in case the enemy invades. Every time Fanny flies and hit an enemy hero, she will leave a prey mark on them that can only be stacked up to 2 times. And this is what the prey marks look like. Prey mark number 1 and prey mark number 2 do look a little bit different, but for the most part, just remember how many times you have hit enemy hero, because the more stack they have, the more damage your ult will do to them. So when Fanny hits an enemy hero, she will not gain energy, as you guys can see. However, if she is still flying and hits another hero, she will regen energy, even though that second target does not have a prayer mark on them, and I'll explain what I mean about it later. So when you're fighting one enemy hero, the prayer mark is what that will allow you to regen energy. Note that after 5 seconds, the prayer mark will disappear on the target if you don't constantly attack them. This is how Fanny can 1 versus 5, because if one enemy hero can regen Fanny's energy back to full, then imagine 5 enemy heroes. However, it does depend on where the enemy is located while fighting. Notice my energy is halfway. Even after killing them both, my energy still remains halfway. Referring back to what I was saying with the enemy with no prey mark, Fanny will regen energy because she already hit an enemy hero, and while she's still flying, she will regen energy if she hits another hero, but there must be a certain amount of range between them. So guys, Fanny is one of the most hardest heroes to play because she is incredibly fast, but it is not impossible, so I encourage you guys to keep practicing. Fanny will always fly in a V angle, and in order to fly far, you must use the full length of her cables. You can measure her cables by looking on the map. Immediately after you release your first cable, you must already be aiming your second cable at the wall with the red arrow, and if you do it correctly, this is how it will look like. So this is just another example of you guys seeing Fanny flying in a V angle.
Affirmative. War is not a game. Sir, what's your command?
Because you're going to make a third cable, where you land your second cable is really important, because Fanny will always lean towards the last cable she throw. In this case, I'm trying to go left, so my second cable must go here, and my first cable must go here. While flying, you must release your third cable here, and depending on some situation, throwing your third cable at the right time matters. Now remember, Fanny will always fly in a V angle. Here's the example. Alright guys, so for wall spam, it's actually quite simple. All you gotta do is wait for an enemy to be on the wall, and then when you do, you're gonna move your wheels on the left side as a pointer right there. You're gonna move it back. Meanwhile, use your second skill and you just spam the wall like crazy. When trying to do a tower dive, which is attacking the enemy in their tower, the enemy tower tends to hit the first person who goes within the range of the tower. Fanny's an assassin, so she should not be taking a lot of damage. Therefore, I recommend having a team player, specifically a tank, to go into the tower to take the damage first, so Fanny can kill the enemy. Before attempting a tower dive, observe where the enemy is, measure how much cable lengthwise, because if measured correctly, you will spend less time under the tower. And if you do it correctly, it should look something like this. Alright guys, that is all. Thanks for watching. If you guys liked the video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and comment down below who is your favorite character to play in Mobile Legends. And I'll see you guys in the next video.